This is MikeBot. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and demo of this airbrush I picked up off of Amazon for about 65 bucks Canadian. I don't know the exact brand name of this airbrush, but maybe it'll say it on the box, but it's basically a full kit that comes with an air compressor, all the tools, the airbrush itself, and I think some sample paints. Typically this is used for many different applications, including arts, illustrations, photo retouching, hobbies and crafts. In my case, I will be using this for my 3D printing. So as you can see here, I picked up a few other things as well with it. I picked up this TIMBERTECH 12 color sample. I think they're 1 ounce bottles. I picked up this primer as well, which can be mixed with isopropylene alcohol to make it more liquidy to work with the airbrush, and then some brushes. But the most important thing of this video is the airbrush. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin by unboxing this airbrush. So before I unbox it, I will mention some of the features of this specific airbrush. So this one here is a 0.3 millimeter airbrush kit with the auto on-off air compressor. It's used to replace painting, I guess, typically. And like I said, various accessories. I'm just gonna go ahead and unbox it. I have dual shot going here, dual angle 4K camera and a 1080p camera. This camera here is 1080p, this one is 4K. So first thing is the instructions manual. Then we have the hose. Seems like a decent hose, nothing too fancy. We have the airbrush fittings. We got the airbrush cleaning brushes, power supply, fairly standard. For those of you that care about specs, it's 0.6 amps, 12 volt, 2000 milliamps. We have the little, this looks like the humidity modulator for the air compressor. This is the holder for the airbrush itself. Some cleaning needles in case the pen gets clogged. The air compressor itself. That's where the hose goes in, on, off. I will set this up on camera as well. And then the airbrush itself. So comes with everything needed basically, and that's it in the box. Gonna go ahead and open this kit up. Let's see what's in here. Looks like things got moved around during transportation. We got a little thingy here. Some more, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm not even gonna bother explaining it till I read the instructions. Next, I will open up the paint kit. I'm happy I bought the paint because clearly it did not come with any paint, sample paint. But what do you expect for 65 bucks? Fairly budget. So there they are, 1 ounce bottles, fairly liquidy. So the different colors are lemon, scarlet red, lime, ultramarine blue, burnt umber, titanium white, khaki orange, middle green, purple, Mars black, neutral gray. And I'm sure you can mix these to make various different colors. And then I got the Guesso Premium Primer. This can be used for a lot of stuff. I will be obviously watering this down with isopropylene alcohol to use with the airbrush. So for those of you that care about prices, 25 bucks Canadian, 35 bucks Canadian, and this brush kit is $25 Canadian. This will be used for fine little touch-ups and details. This kit comes with the little tray, 2 sponges, various different brushes, and this tool here, which I can't remember the name of right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unwrap all the brushes and go through them all one by one. It's a fine detail brush here. Nice wood handles. Actually, this kit seems pretty high quality for 25 bucks. Plastic, they're not horse or whatever. You know what? I am not going to go and unwrap all these brushes. I will unwrap them as I need them, but they have all the different sizes from I think 1 to 20 or however brushes work. I'm not a painter by any means, but for those of you that care about paintbrushes, it has all the different sizes and a carrying case, the tray, and 2 sponges. So I'm going to put that aside. All right, I am going to take a quick little break, read the instructions manual, come back, set the compressor up, and go over all the features, and then... So it turns out the instructions are absolutely useless. These are the instructions that came underneath the brush. It basically tells you all the different little pieces and parts that go inside the little spray pen, and then it tells you how to use it. And then the instructions manual that came with this whole kit. You got a spare parts list here. That's it. As you can see, it's a 1-pager. And then it tells you how to use it. So as we can see, it's 25 PSI maximum. I don't know if that's gonna work well with 3D printed projects, but we'll see. It's 12 volts. Basically says assemble everything, plug it in, press on, off, and rotate the valve to get the proper pressure from 0 to 25 PSI. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a guess and try to figure this out. So first thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and connect the hose into the compressor. This here I think is the pressure valve. Power goes in there. What I'll do is I'll just fill it with a bit of water and do a little spray test before I get onto the real demo. This piece obviously goes here. I believe this piece here is supposed to go on the compressor actually. So let me undo this. This is a very important piece. This is for moisture. So I'm pretty sure that goes there. And it's glass, so be careful with it, and fairly certain that's gonna spin on. So what I'll do is I will spin this on first. This is the most important part of the compressor. So if you have a regular compressor in your garage, this piece is needed for moisture. It captures all the moisture. You don't want anything tainting your paint. So on those, open up the airbrush fitting. So it's a little needle. Now for the gun itself. So we have a 0.4 millimeter needle. So this is probably, if you want to switch out the 0.3 millimeters that's in the gun for a 0.4 millimeter spray. The gun itself feels pretty decent. I think your paint goes in here. I think. It's amazing that it comes with all this stuff, but really useless without giving you instructions. So if you're not handy, you might want to get something a little more expensive that comes with instructions. Little tool probably to take it apart. It's the 0.4 millimeter. So the 0.4 millimeter set is there. This dropper is probably to mix paint, a little wrench there. So that obviously goes here. I guess the question is, what's the difference between these two? My guess is one probably takes more paint than the other. So I'm not sure. I'll have to research that some more and come back to it. So I'll just go ahead and put this small one back in. Open it up, figure out what this is. All right, I think this is a good time for me to pause again and try to figure this out. It is not very user-friendly. So I will go ahead and pause right now. We got the compressor figured out, great. Now it's figuring out this. Okay, so I think the best way to approach this, I'm just gonna do the basics in this video, and then if there's demand for it, I will do a follow-up video which involves the nozzles and all the attachments. So I think the pen is actually ready to go as it is. This here is supposed to open up and supposed to be able to fill it with paint. I will figure that out shortly. Again, no instructions unfortunately, so I hope my video helps everyone if you do get this device. So from what I saw in the pictures on Amazon, this does not go here. The pump itself stops at 25 psi and starts at 15 psi. It's fairly quick when it works. This piece here is actually an attachment if you're using a different compressor. This piece actually goes right here. Okay, and now we'll connect the hose on the back here, right there. And then this goes on top. These are, I guess, different reservoirs if you're using more paint. So I don't need those. The cleaning brushes are to clean the inside of the reservoir. The needles here, you spin them into the little holes in case they get clogged, and it's supposed to undo it. Same with the tip of the nozzle there. To change it out to the 0.4 millimeter will be another video. Again, if there is a request, I will make a video for that once I figure this out more. So during my demo, it's going to involve the 0.3 millimeter nozzle and the small container. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this shortly. I'm just going to fill it with a tiny bit of paint, and then I'm going to spray the inside of that box just to see how it all works. So I'm probably going to end up splitting this video into 3 actually. So the full demo is going to be in another video. So for now, I'm just going to do a tiny little demo and get this video uploaded and set up, and then I'll do another video in a few days. So I'm just going to fill it a little bit because I don't want to use too much. So that's full. This cap was very hard to remove. I think it actually just pops off. So I'll make sure everything's on camera here. I'm gonna go ahead and press power. So this is a dual action pump. So when you press down, it sprays air. So as you can see, it's just air. And then to actually get the paint to come out, you press down and pull back like so. All right, so I've now figured it out finally. So make sure you got your thing here connected. Remove the cap from the needle. And then when you press down, it'll shoot air out. So if you want to actually start a stream of paint, you turn the back here, and this controls the amount coming out. So you press down, pull back. Nothing's coming out because I haven't turned it enough. Press down. And then you can kind of see the paint coming out lightly. So I will. So the more you twist the back here, the more paint will come out. And that's how it works. So if you tighten it really tight, you're not going to get as much paint coming out. Smaller stream. Pull it back even more. And then you can even see the nozzle becomes easier to use. And that's pretty much it. Not simple, but I got it going. So like I said, this was supposed to be one continuous video, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this into 2 videos. So part 1 was the unboxing and quick little tiny demo of this. So now that, I'm gonna turn that off so we can hear. So now that I've done that little demo, I will go over it one more time. Connect the hose into the pump. Connect the moisture trap underneath here. You don't need any of the other parts. It pretty much comes set up. Fill this up with some paint. Screw it in. Press the pump, let it get up to speed. Little nozzle on the pump here controls the pressure. I want it at 25 psi. When you press down, it'll shoot air. Press down, pull back for the ink, and then the more you turn this, the more flexibility you'll have with the bottom, which will control the pressure and the amount of paint that's coming out. So there is a cap here that was on the needle somewhere. Where did it go? Okay, again, big reservoir, medium reservoir, small reservoir. Spare part, 0.4 millimeter needle, 0.3 is in here. Little Doppler thing here to adjust the consistency of the paint. Brushes to clean out the reservoir. This was an airbrush fitting. I'm not sure what this is used for yet. It'll be in part 2 of the video. Another part for the 4 millimeter nozzle. This is to connect an air compressor. It's a different attachment. We don't need it. And then you have the needle cap, which is right here. So once that cap is on, it covers the brush. Now I think you're actually supposed to use it with that, but for the sake of the demo, I took it off. There are 2 parts here. So you have the, what was it? The nozzle cap and the nozzle cap. So I think you can use them with it on. I'm not sure yet. Again, part 2 will explain more things as I get more familiar with the tool. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video. That's it for now. I'm gonna unscrew this and just go over cleaning really quick. So basically for cleaning, unscrew the reservoir, and then you're gonna wanna clean the inside of that with some water. I don't wanna make a mess here. I'm not gonna do the cleaning on video because it's gonna be very messy. So take this, empty it out, add it back into your paint, dump it in the sink, rinse it out, use the brushes if you need to get it nice and clean in between. Use the brush as well to clean the inside of the nozzle. Water will rinse everything out basically. Another thing you can do is you can fill it with some water. No, don't fill it with water. Cover this up, add water in, and then it'll clean everything out. That's it for now. Like I said, stay tuned for a part 2 of this video and possibly even a part 3. If you have any questions or comments for this current video, please leave them below. If you liked the video, please like it. If you didn't, let me know why you didn't like it in the comment section. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I pay for 99% of this stuff out of pocket, and a subscription is just your way of saying I appreciate what you're doing. Keep up the great work. Thank you. So thank you all for watching today. MikeBot out.